Coming back to our movie, Rabinowitz, and Blitzstein, starring Dom DeLuise, Harvey Perez, Alan Carr, Terry Garr, Russell Parr, Bart Starr, Mel Farr, Bruce Farr, Jamie Farr, Ringo Starr, and Carlos Palomar as Dare Boner on KLOS Los Angeles. Fraser Smith, star of the 80s, happening, L.A. Well, this is our bitchin' band. This is the Carlos Palomar trio. They're out there. What a fabulous! I love these guys, man. They're too high to dance, and really, they're a little bit too stoned to play. They're a little too hip to care, though. They don't really. It's not bothering them today. They won the Fraser Smith Sports Quiz. They're getting a ride in a golf cart with Arnie Palmer, and they're too cool to tool, Dad. You know what I'm saying? Too blue to sue. They don't have time for it. And they're all dressed up. They're all made up. They're all switch hitters, by the way. You know. Are you kidding? These guys all play in dresses. Now, that's our next question in the Big Phrase Sports Quiz. Please name the team that had the infield that all played in dresses and spiked heel shoes, you know? When you got spiked by those guys, you got spiked on KLOS Los Angeles. And we have got just unbelievable losses coming in. I can't stand this funky stuff, you know? I mean, look at this. Come on, Rabinowitz, and Blitzstein. What happened out here? We are enamored of you. We listen to your voice. When we listen to your voice, we throb. Believe me, it's not the only thing. I've heard some mobile homes, actually, fly off the freeway when the phrase talks. Everyone walks. Along the highway lay the scattered wrecks of our lives. Yes, wrecks of our lives. Coming up at the end of the week. Along with General Hospital. That's right, watch General Mayhem himself, Dr. Fraser Smith, take over the world. Watch out for this guy, because he's doing a brain scan on each and every one of you and may find absolutely nothing out there. I wouldn't be a bit surprised on KLOS. Well, what else do we have? Hollywood Night Shift, of course, not coming up. It's now on Saturday nights at 12 o'clock midnight. It used to be all day right here on KLOS. Yes, this show, which once ran a 12-hour straight program, has now been cut to only an hour, Saturday nights. That's because these detectives don't want anyone to know where they are. And can you blame them? They owe everybody money, even more than me. Yes, they didn't pay for their helicopters. They didn't even pay for the Chinese food at restaurant. They were in a big hurry. They were being followed. XG men or GX men. No one knew. No one cared. Dangerous life, but they'd accepted it, and they were just stupid enough to do it for nothing. Yes, they wanted millions, but that would have to wait. Right now, they just had stolen cars right out of the 40s. They were in a big hurry. They were Richard Hollywood, Lucky Peters, and Peter Lucky. And their getaway driver, Johnny Hunkmaster, the hunk of the 80s. This guy drove real fast. And we'll be back to the action in just a few moments on KLOS Los Angeles. Too rich to think. You know, I can see for miles the who and I can't explain what just played here. Foreigner, head games, a long way from home. See, I'm reading that all off a list, and that's why I do it so well. We've got another question for him. We've got another sports quiz question. We've given away so much. Dom DeLuise, of course, one that set of rubber nipples, and we're going to send those along to him in just a little while. Perhaps you'll win something, too, in case you're wondering. Up next, the phrase gets the corporate BS once again. That's right, the bureaucratic shuffle from his writer. What an avocado sucker that guy is. We'll be back after this Imported Word.
Hey, Guy, what do you say? Welcome to Alvin's Less Petroleum New Small Car Emporium.
Well, thank you.
What do you need?
Well, I need a full-size dashboard to fit a Pioneer car stereo.
You betcha. Dashboards are standard on these stylish little models.
Well, do they have enough space for a Pioneer car stereo?
Space?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm talking 3 suitcases, an overnight bag, and 1 small Cocker Spaniel.
In the dashboard?
On a dime. These babies corner on a banana
stop,
peel.
Stop, please stop. Let me try again. I want a hot Pioneer Super Tuner 2 receiver with a cassette player.
Certainly.
You know, and that feature that keeps your tapes from being eaten.
Sure.
Are you following me?
No problem. These babies go from 0 to 60.
You're not following me.
And, of course, you want a Pioneer mini car stereo right in the dash there.
I do? Oh, yes, I do.
Sure, Pioneer's mini car stereos fit right into these babies.
That's great.
Tell you what I'm going to do.
What?
I'll throw in the Pioneer mini car stereo of your choice, plus the Cocker Spaniel of your choice,
no.
in the trunk of your choice.
No,
What do you say?
No,
What do you say?
No, I don't.
2 Cocker Spaniels.
No.
A blender.
3-speed?
Pioneer has a complete selection of mini car stereos, so at long last you won't have to buy a car to fit your Pioneer.
You're a winner. Hatfield Gambles, you're a winner. Hatfield Gambles, you're a winner. You're a winner. When you smile. You're a winner. When you shine. And the Gambles clothes.
Come on, men. Come where the action is. And that's Angel's Flight. Angel's Flight, the form-fitting pant that makes you look good. Ask for Angel's Flight's all-new natural wool and tri-blend flannel. Fabrics with a natural look. Hey, and there's still the same great performance and easy care benefits as always. There's plenty of great colors, and every pant comes with a contrasting belt. So come on and be a winner with Angel's Flight. You'll think the price is right, too.
Winning is your style at Field Gambles. Winning is your style at Field Gambles.
School sale in progress. Save 30 to 50% at every Bill Gambles.
Your Toyota dealer woke up one day at thinking, oh, I'd like to sell me a whole herd of them Toyota trucks and cars.
Oh, boy.
Come together, don't mess around. Get yourself together and come on down. Let's get going. Pick up deals, get on your burners, cooking up deals. Let's cook up deal on a whole herd of Toyota trucks and cars.
Your participating Toyota dealer is still cooking up deals on Toyota trucks with incentives from Toyota. And there's a big fat chance he'll pass the savings on to you. But there ain't a whole lot of time left, so hustle yourself into your Toyota dealer now. We're dealing on long beds, standard beds, 4x4s, even 3/4 tons. Now's your chance to cook up a deal. Prices may never be this low again. Hurry, we're only cooking up deals like this until August 31st.
Toyota.
See your Toyota dealer as fast as you can. He's cooking up a deal, and you don't want to miss out.
Did you get rid of the jets yet? Yeah, well, no, gee, I thought you were going to get rid of them with the helicopters. You still didn't get rid of the you haven't gotten rid of the helicopters yet? Listen, Al, baby, come on. This could cause us problems. Okay, I know. Nothing causes you problems. I know you're in control. Okay, man, see you later, bye. Al Haig, my personal manager. I don't believe the guy. Still hasn't ditched the jets. They're going to find that thing in there. Well, never mind. Doesn't make a difference. They can't sue me. I got Rabinowitz, and Blitzstein on my side. My God, friends, I'll probably owe everybody millions of dollars before this day is through. That doesn't matter, man. On the Johnny Carson in the 90s, I'm going to make plenty. I'll be able to pay all these lawsuits and still have plenty of money to live this high-tech living that I've gotten used to. That's right. It's high-tech. And just ask my accountant. Hi, Tech, how are you? That's his name, Tech Howard. And, of course, the rest of the gang in today's exciting movie, Too Rich to Think, starring Dom DeLuise, Harvey Perlez, my favorite actor, Alan Carr, Terry Garr, Russell Parr, Bart Starr, Mel Farr, Bruce Farr, Jamie Farr, Ringo Starr, Vicky Carr, and Carlos Palomar as Der Boner. And we're going to get back to it in just a few seconds. But right now, that does it, man. I've had it, you know? Enough of this already with you problem children out there. It's really been a problem for me. I mean, that's it, man. I'm opening up a Too Rich hotline. Don't you think so? Should we open up the Too Rich hotline? We got the sports quiz hotline. That's not making us any money. That's just giving a bunch of my fans rides and golf carts with professional golfers. I don't have time for that. It doesn't make me anything. Come on. Give us a call, seriously, on the Too Rich hotline. I want to find out what you think about money. I want to see if you want any, because we'll give you as much as you need. And also, give us a call because we want to talk about your money problems and all the problems that you've been having, man. This is a very expensive movie. And, you know, if any of you feel like you're, you know, matchbook millionaires, hey, come on, give me a call in your ultra-big cars, man. You feel like making a decision? Don't, okay? Call up Fraser Smith first. On the Too Rich hotline for some big advice before you stick your foot in it, give me a call on the old Too Rich hotline on KLOS, Los Angeles. Baby! Was it lighting out? Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Mr. Morrison. He's not here. Okay. No, I'm sorry. The Doors.
Don't you love her badly? And don't you need her badly? Don't you love her madly? Don't you love her madly? Don't you love her madly?
No, Bouncer Island's a smash, man. Are you kidding? I made millions on that movie. Bouncer Island's a smash. Plastic Sushi, the movie, a smash. Come on, man. The Pink Ayatollah and Jeff, a smash-a-rooney. And it's all happening here live on KLOS Los Angeles. Well, friends, we're going to send out that Fraser Smith, well, sort of, right, today? I mean, come on, darling. It's just started out in the toilet and gone down the tubes from there. And we're not talking about the phrase-in-the-box taco cycle. I mean, you know, you heard about those guys using kangaroo meat in their, yeah, really, they had kangaroo meat in their burritos, and I really enjoyed it, you know. Used to take my ex-wife there. By the way, you're going to find out why I prefer Jewish men, and also why... No, wait a minute. This is the Fraser Smith book of how to increase your sexual pleasure. Give us a call, and we'll show you how to get in touch with the big one of the 80s. We're just kidding. We're taking phone calls on the Too Rich to Think hotline. If you're too rich to think, okay, give me a call on the old Too Rich hotline, because you got too much money, and it's causing you problems. We want to know about it. We'll take it off your hands, okay? Just like those girls who called in and say, we've got big breasts and money, please take them off our hands, and we'll be glad to. And put them in ours, okay? Because why not? Give us a call. That number again, 555-HIP, okay? And we are too hip to talk because my attorneys have told me not to talk about it. Rabinowitz, and Blitzstein have said, please, Smith, come on. You've already upset the Ayatollah by using him in that movie without asking him. And we've got... I'm serious. We didn't even tell him about it. And his agent cut the deal with us. You know, we're cutting a lot of big deals here. And the Pink Ayatollah and Jeff, when we had to spray paint him pink, you know how we do that, don't you? We put him on top of a car and drive him real fast through Earl Shives, you know? And he's just a bitching-looking little Ayatollah then. And then, you know, we had to find a Jeff. So we went out looking for a Jeff, and I think we've come up with him. Yep, Harvey Perlez. What a talented actor. My favorite actor. We'll tell you about him when we come back. We're also going to take a lot of phone calls. The Love Buzz. Don't forget the Love Bus is coming up. Later in the week, it'll be Fraser Smith Love Bus action on Wednesday on KLOS Los Angeles. Sure it will. And on Friday, it's Astro Zombies. Yes, they've taken over your radio. They've taken over your television set. They've taken over your house. They were the Astro Zombies. What were they doing? We'll find out on Friday on KLOS Los Angeles. Maniacs from space or somewhere. We're going to take some phone calls. Oh, God, I love you. And that's the Big Breasts and Money group there. They're giving us a call here on the Too Rich to Think hotline. If you're too rich to think, give us a call, and we'll be back to answer your important problems after this.
Music Plus.
Yes, Mr.
Southern
Craig, yes.
California shops for music. See us for the very best selection of records and tapes. And from Sire Records, the latest from the Pretenders. Pretenders 2.
I'm the adulteress. I didn't want to be. Not convenient. Pack it up. Throw it away.
See the Pretenders at the Santa Monica Civic August 31st and September 1, 3, and 4.
Just before it ends. The lips on the balcony.
Before the Pretenders show, ease by the Plus and get Pretenders 2. We have the LP or tape at $6.59. Music Plus, your rock and roll headquarters. See us for a great selection of recorded cassettes. And when you wear your Believe in Us button, you'll be offered special savings. Music Plus, more than a record store. Believe in us, we're Music Plus.
I'm a high-quality metal cassette.
How interesting. I'm a premium chrome tape.
Well, you've nothing to be ashamed of.
Hi, your plain old standard tape here.
I didn't think they let in the riffraff.
Oh, the boss lets me in now. Since he got his new JVC cassette deck, it makes all the difference.
JVC? Really?
Right. It's got Sendust alloy heads, 2 motors, and great specs.
Oh?
And Super ANRS. That's JVC's dynamic range expander. It makes me sound a lot like you.
You like us?
Ridiculous.
That's the nerve.
Oop, gotta go. The boss wants to hear me.
That's Tchaikovsky's 1812. It sounds incredible. Listen to those highs, those dynamics, that clarity. And from such a cheap tape.
The show-off.
Yes, darling. But this JVC deck, just think of what it'll do for us.
JVC decks bring out the best in any cassette tape, even the everyday ones.
JVC Hi-Fi products are available at Stereo Hi-Fi Center, Gardena, and Culver City. Stereo by Rancho Sound Azusa.
Well, how do you like my new running shoes?
Those are beautiful,
Aren't
Grady.
they beautiful? You know, they're made by Nike.
That's Nike.
Look, Nike spells Nike.
It's pronounced Nike.
Well, how do you pronounce Like?
Like.
Hike.
Hike.
Okay, then Nike is...
Nike.
Well, I sure didn't know you pronounced it Nike.
Well, do you know how many different kinds of great shoes Nike makes?
No, well, let me guess. You're going to tell me.
Nike makes shoes for basketball, tennis, racquetball, and volleyball.
Good grief.
Shoes for soccer, football, baseball, and softball.
Hey, that's a lot of shoes.
As well as all kinds of running shoes. Nike even makes kids and leisure shoes.
No kidding. Well, I may not have knew how to pronounce Nike, but I know one thing.
What?
There's some sure comfortable, good-looking shoes, and I'm going to start running everywhere, even to these recording sessions. I ain't coming the way I used to come.
Well, how was that?
I rode my bikey.
Available at the Athlete's Foot in Santa Anita Fashion Park, Topanga Plaza, Thousand Oaks Mall, Fox Hills Mall, and Sherman Oaks Galleria.
No, those were Vietnamese. I'm sorry, they weren't Cubans. 365 Cubans was another movie. 365 Vietnamese was the movie we were thinking of. And that's where dogs were a delicacy. And see, what happens was, well, see, are you kidding? Some of those Vietnamese were chasing my dog the other day. And, well, they kept saying, walk this way. And they're walking behind him with a walk. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to cook my dog. Are you kidding? Walking the dog. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to walk my dog? I don't believe it. We'll be back to our movie, Too High to Dance, Too Hip to Care, Too Stoked to Stir, Too Dumb to Drive, Too Cool to Tool, Too Blue to Sue, Too Hot to Trot, Too Drunk to Walk, Too Twisted to Fry, and, of course, Too Blind to Land a Plane, you know, in just a few moments. Urban Air Controller. Also, we're going to have a remake of that movie starting next week in which Canadians land planes in your home, okay? So watch out. Right now, it's the Too Rich hotline. We're taking a lot of phone calls on, well, we don't have a number. Just give us a call. Hello. Too Rich hotline. Who? Lee Ayatollah. What do you want, man? You want to know what to do about Chrysler? Hey, listen, you already let it go down the tubes once, man. What? Okay, you want to buy it back from the Japanese? I don't know. A half hour after you do that, you'll probably want to sell it again. You know how Japanese... Well, never mind. Goodbye. Want to walk my dog? Okay, hello? Yes. Who? Carl? Oh, Carl Cratcher of Carl's Jr. Advice? Yeah, drop the junior from your name, will you? You're too old for that, man. You'll make millions. Right, later. I don't believe it. Carl Cratcher Jr. Hello. Ronnie Reagan. Man, hey, yeah, you really are too rich to think, Ronnie. You're still hanging on to Nancy, aren't you? Get out of here. It's that Eastern money. Hello, what? Jerry Brown, what the hell are you doing on this line? You're no millionaire. Get out of here. I met you yesterday. You can get a tip from his bodyguard. Hello? Who? My management? What? Monster Island's a smash? I made billions? No, I'm too rich to think. I don't believe it. Oh, no. Well, it's time to make some dumb decisions. Daffy? I want your feathers dyed red, white, and blue, okay? I'm going to use you as a tax write-up. Ozzy, I want you to quit wearing cardigan sweaters and take up see-through body shirts, okay? I need gold chains, Ozzy. I need chains, man. I need jewelry, props, makeup. Oh, boy, I just had the stupidest idea of all. Yep, I'm starting my own production of my new movie, Too Rich to Think, the movie on KLOS. Starring Dom DeLuise, Harvey Perlez, Alan Carr, Terry Garr, Russell Parr, Bart Starr, Mel Farr, Bruce Farr, Jamie Farr, Ringo Starr, Vicky Carr, Carlos Palomar on KLOS, Los Angeles. Also starring those Russian scientists, the Russian rocket scientists, and Rabinowitz, and Blitzstein. My lawyers are in this movie? God, they're too rich to think. There's no way we're going to make any money on this one. Kidding? I love those guys. Also, Wes Parker's in it. Yes, give us a call, the Too Rich to Think hotline. If you're too rich to think, we want to know about it, because we want to take it off your hands. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back to our movie, Large Breasts and Money, on KLOS Los Angeles, starring Durward Kirby and Septio Spanks, Leon's brother. You ever heard of him, Septio Spanks? Really? Fabulously talented opera singer and a great driver, too. A tremendous race car driver. Here he is with the news on KLOS Los Angeles. Brought to you by, of course, Audio Concepts. Mr. Rabinowitz, and Blitzstein with the news on KLOS. My lawyers are doing the news.
Shalom.
No, double your pleasure, double your fun. That's basically the report from the Labor Department this morning. Yeah, back to double-digit inflation. Tony Sargent, who's to blame this time?
The biggest one-month shot of inflation since July of last year came largely out of meats and mortgages. July pork prices up nearly 5% as producers brought fewer animals to market. Poultry up 2%, fresh fruit almost 3%. Home prices and mortgage interest costs jumped more than 3% last month. The whole index without mortgage interest costs would have been about 1/4 lower. Prices for medical care rose another 1.3% in July. And get this one, the overall cost of mass transit in cities catapulted 14% in July as many towns raised fares. One bright spot, gasoline prices eased back for the 4th straight month, down another 1% in July.
Government always has good news for us. It says real earnings of Americans plunged at a faster rate than any month since May of last year. So you want to write the president, let him know what you think about this economic recovery?
I'm doing it now!
Thank you for... No, wait a minute. It's going to cost, too. The postal workers just signed their new contract. Bettina Gregory tells KLOS what that's going to cost.
Now that the postal workers have ratified their contract, the question is how much that new contract is going to cost the public. The optimists say you can kiss that 18-cent first-class stamp goodbye. The Postal Service has already requested a 20-cent stamp. The pessimists say the price of the postal workers' new $5 billion contract could send the price of a first-class stamp up to $0.25.
Actually, our politicians are too busy today to bother with the economy. Some of them may be a little worried about their own jobs, could be expelled. At least Senator Harrison Williams could become the very first senator, at least since the Civil War, to have that distinction. Senate Ethics Committee has unanimously recommended the Senate oust the New Jersey Democrat. Yeah, abscam. Williams was convicted May 1st on 9 counts of bribery and conspiracy. He will appeal, says he's innocent.
I certainly feel in my heart, and I know in my heart, that I have not done anything, received anything, that warrants a recommendation for expulsion from the United States Senate.
Yeah, I guess some things are not sacred. Take the Miss America contest as an example. What could be more American? Well, 2 of the contestants have filed suit against the pageant sponsors. Guess who they hired to represent them? Marvin Mitchelson of Marvin versus Marvin fame. Mr. Mitchelson, what's the beef?
One of the complaints was that the bathing suits were not supposed to be padded, and they contend that 4 out of the first 5 winners wore padding. Now, that's doesn't bother me too much, but it certainly bothered them.
The other contention was a little more serious, that the winner was chosen in advance and some of the girls were paid off to keep their mouths shut. Hard to believe. Miss America pageant. Hey, there's another great American institution now being badmouthed by former supporters.
What?
Cocaine. The Breakfast of Champions. Are people really ODing from the use of cocaine? We'll get into it on KLOS Graffiti. It's next.
Audio Concepts has just moved to a brand new expanded location, and they're celebrating all this week with great specials throughout the store. Stop by Audio Concepts' new location at 7246 North Rosemead Boulevard, just south of Huntington Drive in the San Gabriel Valley. Right now, all of the new Yamaha line of natural-sounding receivers are being featured. Come in and give a listen to these new receivers by Yamaha. They're all set up for you to audition them at Audio Concepts. Audio Concepts offers a home-like listening environment, technically qualified, non-commissioned salespeople, and service that doesn't end after the sale. The crew at Audio Concepts are dedicated to music and professionals at tailoring audio equipment values to your music needs. So go by and visit Audio Concepts, the different stereo store, and hear the innovative new Yamaha receivers. The brand new expanded location, 7246 North Rosemead Boulevard, south of Huntington Drive in the San Gabriel Valley. That's Audio Concepts, featuring the new line of natural-sounding receivers today.
The fastest-growing source of serious drug-related medical problems in the U.S. is cocaine. Drug officials claim this to be the case. They say it's due to the widespread acceptance of smoking a concentrated form of the drug known as freebasing, and apparently injecting the drug is causing problems. Called an expert, Dr. George Gay. He's the director of emergency medicine of the Haight-Ashbury Free Medical Clinic in San Francisco. Dr. Gay, why is smoking more dangerous than snorting?
Essentially, it's the same as injecting it through a needle. It gets right in, and the very euphoric effects and the very toxic or dangerous effects are accentuated tenfold.
Has anybody died from the use of cocaine in this form?
Sure. About 51 documented deaths in New York last year.
Sounds serious. How about snorting it?
Oh, sure. Snorting of cocaine can also be fatal.
There was a court case back in 1976 in Boston, Massachusetts, in which the judge eventually declared cocaine to be a recreational drug with no real harm, and therefore it was unconstitutional to have it illegal. He based his decision on much evidence brought forth by established medical authority who claimed cocaine was not that bad for you. Now, you're refuting other medical authorities on this.
I think in light of the knowledge that we've gained in the past several years, that these authorities would indeed agree that cocaine is a very potent and potentially lethal drug.
How much to be bad in our next report? I'm Larry Jacobs with Graffiti. The toot knows what you knows there. Yeah, you know, who said baseball was dull? Did you hear about this scene? Mike Forrest, he's a reporter. He's saying an umpire smashed a TV camera last night after the Philadelphia Phillies game and the Atlanta Braves. So he claims umpire Nick KLOS knocked a $40,000 camera from the hands of a TV crewman.
KLOS did that?
KLOS's in big trouble.
I know KLOS. We know KLOS.
Camera shattered right on the pavement. See, Forrest was interviewing another umpire, Steve Fields.
KLOS did that, really?
Well, he's interviewing Fields about the ouster of Philadelphia Phillies manager Dallas Green and shortstop Larry Bowa, I guess, from the game, which the Phillies won 7-5. And Fields ejected Bowa for throwing down his glove after Fields ruled Bowa failed to touch second base on an apparent game-ending double play in the ninth.
Right.
I'm told he did touch the base, so anyway, you see his heel actually touched. Anyway, he ejected Green for pulling off Fields' hat, throwing it down. A big ruckus. So Forrest says KLOS was nearby, turned on him with a string of obscenities. A shoving match ensued. Forrest says KLOS knocked the camera out of the cameraman's hand, shattered $40,000.
KLOS? You're in big trouble, man.
Boy.
You better call my attorneys, Rabinowitz, and Blitzstein.
Sports Snorks, 8:35 this morning on KLOS. 94 for a high today. It's going to be hot out there. Watch it.
Well, that guy, I mean, it's something, that's a tactic that I would pull, right? Smashing a cameraman's camera. And I think he should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah, but what's 40,000 to you, Fred?
Nothing to me, but poor old KLOS's in trouble, man. Well, it just means another loan out of my pocket for that stupid guy, that crazy umpire. Let's get back to our movie today. That crazy umpire on the closing billboard. Oh, yes, okay. Audio Concepts on KLOS Los Angeles. Are you producing a show now? What do we do now? What do we do? Do we just sit here and pretend we're wonderful? Well, that's not hard. Hi, how are you? Fraser Smith here, Mr. Wonderful, the star of the 80s. Give me a call if you're too rich to think. I mean, I know KLOS's going to be calling any minute now. Hello? KLOS? I knew it. Forget it. Get lost. I don't want to talk to you. I don't believe it. Too rich to think hotlines. Oh, man. Are you too rich to think? Look, if you think it'll clear your head, why don't you send me 30 or 40 grand? What the hell? It couldn't hurt. Could it? Come on, I could give it to KLOS. Now, let's get back to our movie. When she was bad. Oh, Mama, hurt me with your bad thing. She was the mother of the 80s. Starring Cheryl Ladd, Craze Tanna, Beverly Sills, and the Mills Brothers as the Black Marx Brothers, Groucho, Apollo, and Muhammad on KLOS Los Angeles. Baby! Sort of fish! Where's that pink Ayatollah I was using as a paperweight? Is that around here? Now you're really rich, you know the word. KLOS! Where's my pink Ayatollah? KLOS, baby. All right. Too hot to try. Too drunk to hum.
What you doing tonight? Well, have you heard that the world's gone crazy?
Oh, God. That's just too... Man, I gotta tell you, where is Dave Sabella? If I have to mention his name another 400 times to get myself another $25,000 every time I mention his name, I'm gonna do it. Dave Sabella, give me a call. I don't believe this. Too rich to think, darling. Starring... Are you kidding? I can't mention these names. I can't read these names. Any one of them could end my career right now. Any of the names on this list. I'm sorry, you know, I do a lot of name dropping on my show, and... Oh, I'm sorry, I just dropped your name. Hold on. I'll pay you. It's not worth anything anyway. You're a nobody. You're not a star. I'll just leave it down there for a while. Maybe I'll crush my white loafers over it a little bit, you know? Rub your good name in the dirt. Ah, you'll love it. On the Fraser Smith Show on KLOS Los Angeles. Of course, really, it's a plush pile carpeting down there, and you'll be totally okay. I think these guys, the Mills brothers, are great. The Black Marks brothers, Groucho, Apollo, and Mohammed. Hey, Groucho, get down, baby! All right, Fraser Smith Show. Is this another SBD production? Okay, we'll return in just a few moments. Brain Scan, the movie, don't forget, coming up tomorrow, starring Connie Chung and Fernando Valenzuela as the scam of the 80s. They swelled up to the size of Steve Garvey's forearms. Their skin smelled like burnt lasagna, and then their brains exploded. Brain Scan, the movie. Join us on KLOS Los Angeles. You have to. Are you kidding? We're hooking you up right now. The electroencephalograph machine right here. The EEG. What? You thought that was a relative, didn't you? Kasuna. Sorry, she says. That's all right. Hey, we'll be back to Too Fat to Fart in just a few moments. The gas was passed, and the movie was too sensitive to be made. Trashy enough to be spoofed. You'll enjoy it in just a few seconds when we return on KLOS. Well, any other news? Have we got any more sports questions for him? I thought that was a good one about the switch hitters, and we had a lot of switch hitters calling in, saying we want to ride in that golf cart, you know, with Arnie or Jack or one of the guys, or Dow. What if your name was Dow? Dow Jones Finsterwald on KLOS Los Angeles. I wish it was. We love you, Frazier, is how it's spelled. You're the only thing that makes our pitiful existences worthwhile. Please send us your measurements. We want to knit you a sweater. If it's what I think it is, girls, forget it. There ain't enough yarn and all of Scotland to take care. We want to knit you. We think you're very cute. Please end us forward to 8x10 glossies, and we really think you are too hip. 4 words. Okay, then I'll just shut up, you know. Today, I think we probably should. We're too rich to think, and we're too rich to talk on KLOS Los Angeles. You know, Reagan doesn't have any money, does he? I'll bet old Haig's a virtual pauper, too. Are you kidding? As my personal manager, he's got nothing. Nada. I've seen the shows he's been getting me. We'll be back to take more exciting phone calls on the Too Hip to Think hotline. And if you're too hip to think, man, and you want to become a billionaire overnight with the release of your new movie, just give us a call, and we'll tell you how to do it after this. Sorry, too rich to think.
Hey, America, enter the Great American Car Stakes at the Great American Shoe Store. Kinney's giving away 50 1982 Dodge Charger 2.2s. 50 winners all over the USA. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited by law. Entry forms and full details at your nearest Kinney store through September 12th, 1981. And a 10% rebate on our special Charger shoe collection. Shoe rebate ends September 5th, 1981. So hurry to Kinney, because now more than ever before, we're the Great American Shoe Store.
You can get a tan body. You can get a tan body. Whose body can be a tan body? Your body can be a tan body. You can get a tan body. Wow!
How can your body be a fit, trim Dannon body? Well, you start with a program of exercise and eating right and make Dannon yogurt a part of it. Want a Dannon body tropical style? Start with Pina Colada, Dannon's sensational new taste of the tropics. It's luscious pieces of pineapple blended with delicious shreds of coconut. It's tangy, it's tasty, it's refreshing. It's a great way to work on a Dannon body. New Dannon Pina Colada yogurt.
You get a Dannon body. You get a Dannon body. Anybody can get a Dannon body. Everybody can get a Dannon body. Who can? You can. You know you can get a Dannon body. Wow!
Live rock and roll is Laser Eye. And the spectacular synthesis of today's hottest music and tomorrow's technology is here now from Laserium. Rock Alive! Rock Alive, where your ears feast on your favorite live rock recordings, while Krypton Laser Illusions rocket your mind on an incredible tour through time and space. At the Laser Console, the Rock Alive Laserist responds to your applause, creating vibrant colors and abstract sculptures that dance to Led Zeppelin, Heart, the Eagles, Deep Purple, yes, the Kinks, John Lennon and Elton John, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Frank Zappa, Supertramp, and more. Rock Alive.
Whatever gets you through the night.
Laser lights and living rock from Laserium, the Laser Show.
Join the excitement of Rock Alive, brand new and performed live at Griffith Planetarium, or put your mind at the controls of Laserium Starship. Rock Alive is here now. Tickets at Ticketron or the box office. Call Laserium for special summer showtimes.
You can be what you want to be at the Broadway.
Hey, guys and gals, take a look around at Britannia. We got denim jeans, western tops, and shirts galore, and a whole lot more. All you gotta do is buy Britannia. Buy shirt or jeans and free of charge. Take home a Britannia backpack. That's our gift for doing more than peak at the Broadway West Coast Wilderness Week.
You can be what you want to be at the Broadway.
No. Get rid of it. We can't even deal with it. Can you believe this script today, man? And the sound effects that are happening. When one of my writers is out of town, I got to explain this. The entire show suffers. Sleazy Ernie's in Las Vegas opening for Wayne Newton. Wayne Crouton is what he calls him. Anyway, I mean, that's hard enough to believe, right? But meanwhile, instead of working like a dog, my other writer, who is a dog, Marsh Dog, has been giving me scripts written by his pool man. I can't believe it. And they're worse than the shows by his wife, by the way. His wife is Beverly Sills, and she's one of the worst, anyway, one of the worst comedy writers in town. By the way, you know, if you're too rich to think, we've got a diet for you. Have we got a diet for you? Or have we got a diet for you? I guess we don't. Forget it. We don't have a diet for it. No, we do have the Beverly Sills Fruit du Jour diet for fatheads. And you can combine this with sticking your head in a sweat box for 30 hours, and we'll sweat the money right out of you. We want to sweat that money out of you, you know, and give it to Connie Chung. No, we're going to sweat the money right out of your coke-riddled sinuses today, okay? Right here at the Too Rich Health Spa. And if you're too rich to think, come on in here and we'll steam it out of you, because we've got our little guys walking around with the little plates, and we want as much of that money to sweat out of you as we can. On KLOS, Los Angeles. Rabinowitz, and Blitzstein, those jerks. Well, I don't know if they're going to like me for this, but the phrase of winos and roses is taking place, a true story. On Friday, you'll find out all about, no, I guess that's on Wednesday. A true story, a star in the streets. Yes, he used to be the star of the movie Wild in the Sheets, but now he was in the streets drinking cheap white guy wine and listening to phony records, bogus, stupid records that Harvey Kubernick had recorded backwards for hidden Beatle messages. Yes, his mind was racing backwards. His bank account was null and void. He was a star of the 80s, and he was still living in the streets, sleeping in the back of stolen Cadillacs. Yes, that desperate man. The phrase of winos and roses. And join us on Friday for Astro Zombies, coming out of your TV screens to ruin your life. That's right. They're going to run your life the way they see fit, and your wife. Join them, Astro Zombies, on KLOS Los Angeles. Right now, leave it to the Smith to come up with a profitable hustle once again today. Man, I'll tell you, this whole damn town is just too dumb to think. So what does Smith do? Well, after losing all kinds of money due to corporate incompetence here, I decided to make a movie out of it. Sheer brilliance. How about that, man? I've just become a billionaire overnight by doing a movie about my crazy management company and my stupid agent and all the crazy lawyers who work for me, Rabinowitz, and Blitzstein, and making tons of money off this stupid movie, Too Rich to Think. It's sheer brilliance, you know? I've just become a billionaire overnight, and the release of this new movie, Bouncer Island, is going to put me over the top. I'm pouring billions and billions into my new movie, Plastic Sushi, and tons of money into Too Rich to Think, the movie. And, of course, the phones are ringing off the hook here. Hello. Who? Fran Tarkington. Okay, what should you do about Kathy Lee Crosby? Hell, I don't know, man. Feed her to the amazing animals. You know what I'm saying, man? Amazon's just too dumb to think. What? Well, put her in my movie. All right, she can play Blunder Woman or something. And tell John Davidson we got a part for his hair. Right. No, not a part for his hair. A part for his hair in the movie. Ah, get out of here. I don't believe it. These two. Hello. Who? Too Rich to Think hotline. What? Oh, this is the mayor. Okay. Oh, this is the mayor's daughter. Are you too rich to think, darling? I know you got my TV set. What? Oh, you just stole your father? Your father's what? You mean your father in the flesh? What? Oh, he's wearing a bathrobe? Hey, you are too dumb. Get out of here, darling. I don't believe you just stole her father. Look, I'm busy. I got a movie to make. Daffy, get on the phone. Order me that ultra-stretch limo. I got to keep in shape. I want a racquetball court in there, and I want a sprint course, and we're going to take more phone calls right here on the Too Rich to Think hotline on KLOS, Los Angeles. Please write back, okay? We love you. Well, actually, we hate you. Just your breasts and money that we want. And if you have a problem, call Rabinowitz. Rabinowitz is listening. And they'll give you a brain scan, a free brain scan. Okay, with every operation. KLOS Los Angeles. The Beatles. No, wait, Henry.